Okay, so let's unpack this. We're diving into a topic that maybe feels like two separate worlds sometimes: email marketing and social media.
Right. You probably use both. Maybe even, think about them separately.
Totally. But the source material we're digging into today argues, well, that the real magic happens when you stop seeing them as these isolated channels.
Yeah, and start thinking of them more like secret weapons that are actually designed to boost each other.
Exactly. So this deep dive, it's all about exploring how email marketing, which, let's face it, can feel a bit more traditional sometimes.
Behind the scenes, maybe.
Can actually be a really powerful way to specifically grow your social media presence, to drive growth on those platforms.
That's the core idea. The source guiding us is an article titled Email Marketing for Social Media Growth.
Right. And our mission here isn't just to list what it says. We want to really pull out the key insights, the sort of aha.
Well, why behind it all?
Yeah, why bringing these together could be, a shortcut even to boosting your visibility online, getting more engagement. We're extracting the good stuff.
It's an interesting angle because, social media is great for that big reach, the real-time buzz. It's the town square.
But email, that's different.
It's that direct line, isn't it? It's permission-based, more one-on-one.
Okay.
And the argument here, the foundation really, is that using the strength of that audience you own, your email list, can make a huge difference to what happens on the platforms you kind of just rent.
Rented land versus owned land. I like that. Okay, so if the big idea is they work wonders together, the article must give some solid reasons why. What benefits does it really focus on?
Well, the first big one is something you could almost call algorithm circumvention, basically getting extended reach.
Okay, tell me more about that. Bypassing the algorithm sounds good.
Right. So you've got this email list.
Yeah.
People chose to be there. When you send an email, it lands. It actually arrives in their inbox.
Unlike a social post that might get buried?
Exactly. So you can use that direct connection to make sure your really important social content, maybe a specific campaign, actually gets seen by the people most likely to care. You're guaranteeing visibility beyond what the algorithm might show them.
That's a really key difference. Guaranteed reach versus, filtered reach. And that must tie into engagement too, right? It's not just views.
Oh, absolutely. That's the next point. Your email subscribers, they're often your biggest fans, your most engaged followers already.
That makes sense. They opted in.
So the source argues when you use email to nudge that group, hey, go check out this post, maybe like it, share it, you're not just adding numbers.
You're adding quality engagement.
High quality engagement, yeah. From people the platform might already see as valuable users. And that initial burst, it can signal to the algorithm, hey, this content is good.
Which could then push it out further organically on the social platform itself.
Precisely. You're using your engaged email crowd to sort of prime the pump for engagement on social.
Interesting. It's like a strategic loop. Email nudges your core fans. Their interaction boosts visibility, maybe brings in new eyes on social. What else? What other whys does the article bring up?
Well, there's the pretty straightforward one. Driving traffic. Just directly sending people to your social profiles.
Simple enough. Click here, go there.
Yeah. Email gives you those clickable links straight to your profile, maybe a specific post or like a contest page. It's a clear path for subscribers to potentially become followers, boosting your numbers on social.
And then there's the consistency piece, right? Reinforcing your message.
Yes, exactly. The article stresses this. Brand building relies on consistency. So using email to echo or highlight the same campaigns, the same voice, the same messages you're putting out on social.
Creates a unified front.
Right. It builds that recognition and trust. People see you showing up consistently, saying similar things, whether it's in their inbox or their feed. It just strengthens the whole brand feel.
It makes the whole experience feel connected, not disjointed.
It really solidifies your identity. It's not just about sending clicks. It's making sure when they land, it feels familiar.
Okay, that definitely builds a strong case for why integrating these makes sense. Bypassing algorithms, quality engagement, traffic, brand consistency. Got it. Now, the big question, how? How do you actually do this stuff? What are the practical tactics the source suggests?
It starts with maybe the most basic one, but it's foundational. Embedding your social media icons right in your emails.
Oh yeah, you see those all the time. Little logos in the footer, usually.
Exactly. Footer, header, wherever fits. It sounds small, but having those clear, clickable links consistently there is like a constant, low-effort reminder.
A gentle nudge.
Yeah. Hey, we're over here too. Makes it super easy for subscribers to click and follow if they haven't already. Low friction.
Okay, simple but important. What about going beyond just passive icons? The source must suggest more active promotion.
It does. This is where it gets more strategic. Let's say you're running a specific contest on Instagram or a big Facebook Live event. Instead of just posting it on social and hoping people see it, craft an email specifically telling your subscribers about that social event.
Use the email list to kickstart the social campaign.
Precisely. The source points out that telling your dedicated email list can massively increase participation, giving that social campaign immediate momentum. You get an initial surge of activity.
So you're basically giving your social efforts a head start with your most loyal audience. Smart. What other how-tos are in there?
Sharing social proof in your emails. This is a really neat cross-pollination idea.
Social proof in emails. How does that work?
Well, you take the positive stuff happening on your social media, maybe great customer comments, testimonials people posted, even just a screenshot of a really positive discussion.
Okay.
And you feature that in your email newsletter or campaign.
Oh, that's clever. So you're using the authenticity from social to make your emails feel more credible.
Exactly. And at the same time, you're subtly showing your email subscribers, hey, there's cool stuff, real conversations happening over on our social channels.
Which might make them curious enough to go look.
Right. It builds that social proof and encourages them to explore your profiles without a hard follow us now ask. It feels more organic.
I like that. Okay, what else? Is there a final big strategy?
The last one the article highlights is encouraging user-generated content, UGC.
Getting your audience to create content for you. How does email play into that?
You can run specific email campaigns designed to prompt your subscribers to create and share stuff related to your brand on social media.
Like asking them to post pictures with your product.
Exactly. Ask them to tag you, use a specific branded hashtag, share their story or experience, maybe offer a small incentive or the chance to be featured on your official social pages.
So email becomes the direct request engine.
Yeah, sparking that authentic content creation over on social platforms. And that kind of content is gold, right? For visibility, for trust.
It's definitely. Okay, so we have the why, the reach, engagement, traffic, consistency. And the how icons, campaign promotion, social proof, UGC prompts. That's a lot of powerful stuff. But the article must acknowledge this isn't always like super easy to pull off seamlessly.
Oh, absolutely. It does point that out. Managing multiple platforms, keeping messages aligned, setting up the automation. It can feel pretty complex, especially for smaller teams or businesses.
Yeah, coordinating all that takes effort.
Significant effort and sometimes specific technical skills. And it's right there addressing that potential complexity that the article then brings up WBMS Web Developers.
Okay, positioning them as a potential resource for handling this integration.
Exactly. As a solution provider for businesses maybe feeling a bit overwhelmed by it all or wanting to scale it up effectively.
And what specific services does the source say they offer in this context?
Well, it lists a few key areas. First, web and app development services, basically building that solid online foundation like responsive websites and mobile apps designed to connect with audiences and, support these integrated strategies.
Makes sense. You need the platforms.
Then it mentions their smart marketing automation services, saying experts there can help set up those intelligent email workflows, segment audiences properly, personalized campaigns.
All geared towards driving growth across both email and social, right? That unified goal.
That's the idea presented, yes.
Okay.
A unified goal. It also emphasizes their focus on developing a unified brand strategy.
Ensuring everything looks and feels consistent.
Right. Messaging, design, user experience, keeping it cohesive across email, the website, social media. Crucial for that trust and recognition we talked about.
Okay. Anything else mentioned about them?
It also notes that custom tools are available, including through a WBMS Web Developers App, supposedly to help manage these kinds of complex integrated campaigns and track the results across channels.
So tools to help manage the complexity.
That seems to be the implication. And the source finishes its mention by saying that partnering with them means getting a team focused on helping businesses navigate all this and grow online through these combined strategies.
And it provides their contact details.
Yes, the article lists their phone WhatsApp as +91 888 228 7267, their email as websitebuilder.tech@gmail.com, and the website, websitebuilder.marketshoppe.com. And just to be clear, we're relaying this information exactly as it appears in the source material we reviewed for this deep dive.
Understood. Okay, so let's wrap this up. Thinking back on this deep dive into the source, email marketing for social media growth, the main thrust is really clear, isn't it?
Yeah, email marketing isn't just this siloed thing. The article makes a really practical case that it's a powerful, maybe underutilized partner for actually boosting your social media game.
Right, by tapping into that audience you already have, your subscribers.
We covered the why. Things like getting around algorithms for better reach, sparking that high-quality engagement, driving direct traffic, and just keeping your brand message consistent and strong.
And we walked through the practical how-tos from the source, embedding those simple social icons, actively promoting specific social campaigns via email, sharing social proof in your emails, and using email to encourage that valuable user-generated content on social.
And we also noted the source acknowledges this integration can be tricky to manage and scale, presenting WBMS Web Developers as one potential resource for things like web app dev, marketing automation, unified strategy, and custom tools.
And we passed along their contact info as listed in the article. Phone WhatsApp +91 888-228-7267. Email websitebuilder.tech@gmail.com. And websitebuilder.marketshoppy.com. So, considering everything we've pulled from this source today, here's a final thought for you to chew on. Given how strongly the article argues for using your own channel, like your email list, to enhance performance on rented spaces like social media platforms, how does that maybe shift your perspective on where you should really focus your energy for building your long-term sustainable reach and, maybe more importantly, that deep connection with your audience? What really stands out to you about combining these efforts in this way?